Hi, everybody. Hello. Welcome. Happy Sunday. Sorry. I came rushing in so I could be only 1 minute late, and you gotta love this. You have to love this mouse. Otherwise, you would set it on fire. Because the charger, it's Bluetooth. The charger's at the bottom underneath the mouse, right? So where you roll it around, and you cannot charge it and use it at the same time. And if it goes dead, that's it. You're just, you know what. So my mouse wouldn't work. In fact, I better plug it in now. So I was all ready to go. Then I discovered the mouse was dead. And then I got the mouse plugged in, and I had to wait until it had at least enough charge to go on. Oy! And it is, okay, so it's 11:30 now. At like 10:45, we checked the weather. It was already 90 degrees. It's so hot. Yeah, so we're not working in the yard today until later tonight. Yesterday, we didn't overdo it, but it was hot. So today, and I can't do another day like that. Like I told Steve last night, we finally at like, I don't know, it was like 12:30. And I said, I'm still sweating. Like I've been sweating all day long. The only time I wasn't sweating was when I was in the water, in the pool. Anyway, who cares? Okay. We're going to sew on the butterfly quilt today. And I'm going to, hi, Madeline. Hi, Sandra. Hi, Madeline. We are going to sew on the butterfly quilt today because I want to get the second row done. And then I might be getting closer on a fabric for my petals quilt. I'll know more tomorrow. And somebody, I think it was Betsy, had said, hey, why don't you deal with the Ohio Star on like YouTube Live or Zoom or what have you. So on Wednesday, I think we're going to, hi, Alex. And yes, I will be emailing you back. I know I was supposed to do it last week, but last week turned into, we were busy all week long, and I haven't had a chance to get back to you, so I will, because yes, I would like to do something along those lines. I need to make myself some notes while we're sewing. I should do that. Okay, so yes, very, very hot here in Florida. Surprisingly enough, I mean, the humidity is still high, but it's not crazy high. It's not, that's better. It's not like 90% or 100%. I think yesterday the humidity was like 60% or 65%. So it's humid, but right now it's just hot. Okay, I got to redo a bobbin. I have to do a bobbin. And I didn't have a chance to go and I didn't have a chance to go get thread. Do this. Okay, that's pretty interesting. So this particular thread is this particular one is 35 weight. I just grabbed the spool that I had. Oh, same. Quilting and piecing. There's a needle in it. There was a needle in the spool. I'm sad I'll miss the first part of the so long next weekend. We have a family reunion. Oh, family reunion is a good reason too. Fun. I mean, maybe. Summer. Not fun. Okay, let's get this party started. So I think we're gonna take a little drive this morning. Well, it's not gonna be morning anymore. It's gonna be noon. But I think we're just gonna get out of Dodge for a little bit. You know, sometimes you just need to take a drive. And so I think we're going to do that. So I think I'll grab a crochet project I'm working on. That's weird, a needle in your thread, yeah. I don't know what that was all about. Free gift? Gift with purchase? Doubtful. Okay, let's get this thing threaded and around. Whoops. Okay. There. There. Whoops. Turn the machine on, Angela. Oh. Okay. Yes, like, subscribe, and share. Thank you, Sandra. Okay, so now I gotta get my sashing back out. Okay. So this was the first row that we did. Hi, Betsy. This is the first row that we did. Now we're gonna do a second row. We're gonna get the second row on. Done. So sashing on the right side. All right, so let's see here. I forgot what size the sashing is supposed to be. Let's see. All right, bobbin is done. Get you back on the machine. Wow, that's a nice straight bobbin. Okay. So what are you doing today? We're going to take a little drive. I'm going to finish this, and then I'm going to go and change and put on a cooler top. And then, hit the like button. If you like what you hear, maybe not what you see today. It's Sunday. This is Sunday here. Hit the like button. I'm going to sew here, and then I'm going to change and put on something cooler, and then we're going to take a little drive today. I talked yesterday about, just taking a half hour to go into your sewing room and just sew something. It doesn't have to be something, getting ready to quilt some more. Gosh. I still haven't worked it in my head about quilting this butterfly quilt, about what I'm going to do. I'm probably overthinking it. Hoping to get it sandwiched. Don't know how I'm going to quilt it. All right. Let's get back to it. The sashing. C. Okay, so here's an interesting question. On this particular pattern, butterfly garden quilt, she has like cornerstones in. Can you guys see this? There's cornerstones in here. Sorry, I was trying to read the comments too. After the butterfly quilt top is done, maybe you could hold it up so we can take screenshots of it and come up with cool ideas. That's an excellent idea. I think I'll do that because yeah, it's got to be something simple. It's got to be something I can do on the machine, and it's got to be something that I haven't done that in a while. So it's got to be something really, really simple because I will absolutely have to check myself into something if I try and do something a little bit too ambitious and then I end up ruining the rest of the quilt top or not liking it. All right. So do you see these? There's these little like cornerstones, I guess you'd call them, in the sashing. I don't know that I want to do that. I think I was thinking I would just do sashing lines. Do you guys agree or disagree? Agree? Disagree? Talk amongst yourselves. Okay, how long are the C pieces? Oh, here. C. 10.5. So we need a couple of 10.5 pieces. Butterflies exploding on my... Yeah, we'll do the Ohio Star on Wednesday. I can't... Mentally, I'm just not... Cornerstones would emphasize the color in your butterflies. Oh. I could do that too, huh? Well, I guess I don't have to decide now, right? No, because I'm just doing the side sashing. Okay. So many decisions now on this quilt. Okay, let's do a couple of these pieces here. Let's get rid of that. Did everybody have a nice weekend? I could use one more day. And tomorrow's going to be a busy day, so I can't take tomorrow. Okay. This, and 10.5. We're not really breakfast people. Oops. I don't know what that is. I don't know where that came from. Yes, we did talk about cutting out some smaller butterflies. I wonder if I could do that. Maybe I could try that. That would be kind of cute. Oh, thank you, Moji. I hope so. That is a cute idea. Maybe I will use some of those extra pieces. That would be kind of cute. Okay, we'll have to look at that. Okay, 10.5. I have too much stuff on this table. Way too much. I need a cleanup time. But you know what? Like, I don't know about you, but let's just finish this one. I'm just gonna finish. So I had this one butterfly started yesterday where I was doing the the applique, this sewing them down. And my bobbin ran out and I didn't quite finish. So I'm just going to finish this one and then I'm going to put the cornerstones on the other one. I hope you're doing something fun today. I hope it's not so hot or cold or whatever that you can. All right, let's see here. 7. Okie dokie. All right, let's see. Nope. No. It's not. Hold on, something's not right. Small square in your horizontal to meet the vertical sashing and put some small butterflies in the squares. Okay. I had a great day yesterday. My 3-year-old granddaughter, is it Kaye or Callie? What, you can't tell me. How do you say it? I posted a picture on Angela's Facebook page of my red triangle quilt. I did how to quilt. Oh, yes. Go to the Facebook page. Tell Madeline. So the Facebook page is 1/4 inch seam on Facebook. Go there. Take a look at it. If you go to the very first post, right when you open the page, it says featured post. Click on that, and that's where most people put their pictures. It's kind of our little showcase, right? And if you have questions or you're working on something and you need help with it, so Madeline put one in there, and she's looking for ideas on how to quilt it. Small square, put some butterflies in it. Okay, that's an excellent idea. Kim Savage. Hi, Kim. Dealing with smoke from wildfires. Oh. Uh-oh. I lost the post. Okay, hold on. I'm getting ahead of myself. So Alex's granddaughter went and sent it to there. She said yes. Spent the whole day yesterday with, oh, that's fun. That's fun. And they just want to hang. Floor blocks away. Thank goodness for HEPA filters. Makes life difficult to maneuver. 3rd summer and getting close to unhealthy. I always have a problem with applique as far as sewing it onto the fabric. Okay, so first of all, Kim, one of the other reasons that we left California was we really had enough of the wildfires. Every single year we had these massive wildfires, and every single year they seem to get worse. And we would go, because of where we lived, we were just close to a lot of that. If you guys remember the Paradise Fire, it was actually in a little town called Paradise. It completely destroyed the town. There was nothing left. Everybody had to leave. There was nothing left. We had friends that were truck drivers that were hired for weeks to go up, and all they were doing was hauling away rubble, just because that was all that was left. So they would just sit in their big dump trucks in these big long lines, and they would go like from area to area to area, and they would just, another guy with a scooper, like a dump, the thing with the bucket, whatever, and would load these dump trucks full of just nothing. It was just, everything had just been reduced to nothing. And the sky, what made me think of that was the air quality. So somehow I'll have Steve maybe one day this week, or maybe I'll show one on my phone. I'll have to find it first. Payloader. Yeah. Oh, yay. And the week that we left California, it was really sad because it was so ugly when we left. The sky, everything was so full of smoke. The air was so full of smoke. What in the name of Jesus am I doing here? What am I doing? Okay. Was so yellow. I mean, it was yellow. It was just so gross, and it stunk. Kim, I don't know about you, but by us, it just stunk because it was, you know, it wasn't like being at like an outdoor, when you go camping and the campfire smells kind of cool, or like when you smell people's fireplaces in the wintertime, and you go outside or in the fall and someone has a fireplace going. No, it smells rancid because it's just a lot of times it's just stuff. It's roofs and don't even get me started. And California is the worst. And why? Pray tell? Because California doesn't spend any money or any time doing any forestry management. And when the forests go through these really dry seasons and you have lots of stuff that falls or you have other fires, they don't go back and clean anything up off the forest floor. And so what ends up happening? Some horse's butt throws a cigarette out the window, or some psychopath sets a fire, and it starts these huge wildfires. And then they're just, you guys saw it in Los Angeles in last year. Okay, I'm gonna hang on a second, I gotta get off my soapbox. Anyway, that's how I feel. So Kim, I completely sympathize with you. It's awful. And you feel like you should just, God, we could just, you just go into the grocery store to go outside of your house was, ugh. Payloader. Okay. Youngest went to walk with her back to our house, and she was riding on the side with her auntie in her back. Quilt winch. Happy Sunday. More getting the right stitching. Yes. They make our hearts sing. Yes, they do. Where in California were you? So we lived in a little town called Lincoln, between Sacramento and Lake Tahoe. That's where we lived. That was the last place we lived. But we lived in Roseville. We lived in Granite Bay. We lived in all kind of surrounding areas. Oh, well. We liked Lincoln. We really were happy there. But there was a lot of building going on that was going to kind of crowd us out to the area that we liked. And because home prices were, we couldn't buy what we wanted, and we didn't like what we could buy. And when we left California, it was in 2021. That whole 2021 timeframe was when we were trying to buy a house. And that was at the time when, you'd call the realtor, and it could, because, I'd be working and we'd see a house go up on like Zillow or whatever. And so we'd call the realtor and I'd say, I just saw this house, your listing went up. Can we see it? And she'd say, oh, I'm sorry, it's already sold. Oh, I'm sorry, we already have 6 offers and they're all over asking. Oh, I'm sorry, we already have 3 cash offers. I mean, it was just nuts. In fact, the house that we did buy in Florida, well, I'll tell you that story in a second. Okay. Before Northern California and those areas, we lived in Southern California in Riverside County, down in a little town called Murrieta. But I grew up just outside of Pasadena, San Gabriel area in Southern California. That's where I grew up. Okay, hold on. Angel Alice. Hello. Welcome. Okay. She is my mini me. Oh, Alex. Alex is talking about her granddaughter. Okay. Best friend. Try. No. Well, where in California, or do you live in California? Or are you from California? There's lots of things we miss. Where are we now? We live in Florida. We live in Central Florida on the Gulf Coast. So we live on the Gulf Coast in Central Florida. I don't know how else to describe it. That's where we live. The Facebook page. If you go to Facebook page and you search 1/4 inch seam, you'll see my face. That's the one. It's not verified yet. It's just because that's not where we're at, but you'll see my face. It probably looks better than this one this morning. Okay. Okay. I'm caught up in the comments for now. But I think we need to put a little sample piece of fabric on here because some things are this. Oh, I know. Let's sew on this. Wednesday, we're going to fix the Ohio Star. Yes, Alex. I live in Marysville. Oh my gosh. I have so many clients so we lived in Lincoln. And Steve and I are in the insurance industry. So we do life insurance, we do mortgage protection insurance. So it pays off your mortgage if something happens to you, if you pass away or if you get really sick. And prior to I used to go to my clients' homes and I would sit with them. They'd say, we're interested in this. And I would go and sit down with them in their home. And probably 90% of my clients were in like Lincoln, not really so much in Lincoln, like Marysville. Oh God, there's so many towns up there that I'm trying to think of now. All in Yuba County. Yuba City. And we lived in Lincoln, and we had lived in Roseville, Granite Bay. But Roseville, oh my gosh, holy camole. Roseville's gotten so busy. Of course, now so is Lincoln. But we loved that Yuba City area. We loved that whole area. It was just getting really, really busy. And we wanted a little land anyway. And we were sick and tired of paying property tax, income tax in California. Okay. Can't find your photo. Blah, blah, blah. We had a mess. Oh, Madeline worked in property and casualty. Ha ha ha. We have definitely stomped the same ground. Yeah, we were there for a long, long time. And like I said, looking back, it's really hard when you find a new place that you like, but you miss the things about, what we miss a lot is not because we're foodies. We're not foodies. We don't go to fancy restaurants. We don't try out the new whiz bang food. We're pretty simple when it comes to it, but we miss some of the restaurants that we knew. And I miss a lot of the fresh, like fruit and produce. Oh God, I miss that. Oh my God. You think in Florida, you think, God, it's sunny all the time, like all year long. You hardly have a winter. You'd think that we would have the most fantastic fruit, produce, vegetables, but we don't, because Florida is just all sand. So it's just sand here. It's just the whole state is built on sand. And number two, it's too hot. It's too hot to grow crapola here, except for oranges and grapefruit. Okay, focus, Angela. Let's get some sewing done here. Okay, going to try resetting this bobbin one more time. And then you guys are going to have to help me. I don't know if you can see it. And I can't go to the Facebook page right now and do it. But this is the stitch. Okay. The top stitch. Oh, tomatoes. That's true. The tomatoes are pretty good here. I will say that. The tomatoes are good. The tomatoes are good here. I miss cantaloupe. Melons. Anyway. Okay, here's the problem. It seems like my bobbin stitch is coming too far up. Can you see that? It's coming up too far. It's so is the tension, somebody's tension is off, I think. Okay, now now everybody's going to tell me how fabulous all the fruit and stuff is here in Florida. Yes, Plant City strawberries. Strawberries from Plant City are amazing. We went to the strawberry festival like a year or two ago. That was pretty cool. Okay, Angel, California is the lettuce mecca of the United States. It is. And I did a lot of salads, a lot of lettuce. I used to buy bagged stuff and fresh stuff and the whole 9 yards. And it's just not, by the time it gets here to Florida, this stuff's already starting to wilt. Sorry, I'm sorry. Listen, I'll make the rules. Okay, let's see if we can't do this one more time and see if it fixes itself. Okay, it's fixed. Okay, Patty C. Hello, Patty. Hi. Patty C says, okay, so I didn't rethread the top, but I did rethread the bottom, and it's fixed. Thank you, Betsy. Okay. Tampa, Lakeland. Steve grew up in Tampa, like Clearwater area, which is like probably our all-time favorite place. It's because like that's his old stomping ground, and I love Clearwater Beach. I love it. I love it. But when I started going there, it was 10 years ago. And now it is it's so crazy busy all the time. You think that Clearwater Beach used to be like a tourist stop. It's 10 times that now. It's nuts. Okay. But we still love, and we go to a lot of stuff in Tampa. So we go to a lot of restaurants and stuff in Tampa. The restaurants that we miss from California, or the food types that we miss our Thai food. We miss our Indian food places because they were so good, so fresh, so authentic. Mongolian barbecue. You got to look up Mongolian barbecue. Quilt Wench, who lives in Yuba City, you have to know about Mongolian barbecue. And they cook, it's like ramen on steroids. So there's this big, hot steel plate. It's probably 8 feet wide, maybe about 8 feet wide. Okay. So you have this big, hot steel plate. I don't know how else to describe it. And it's probably at like 1,000 degrees. I mean, it's crazy hot. So you go into the restaurant and you go through this little, almost like buffet line, right? And they have vegetables, raw vegetables, freeze-dried, like beef, chicken, pork, right? And so you say, okay, I want pork and I want beef and I want some noodles, like some ramen noodles. And I want zucchini and spinach and tomatoes and whatever else you want to put on it. It's all kinds of stuff. So then you take it over to the guy, and then you put your sauces on it. Like if you want a little soy sauce or a little sesame oil or if you want it really spicy, like you could put like chili sauce, whatever. You put all that stuff in there. Then you take it over to the guy, you hand him your bowl. He takes your bowl, he dumps it onto this huge hot plate. And he takes these 2 long sticks, these like 4-foot long sticks. They're like 4-foot long chopsticks. And he starts moving the meat. And the plate, the steel plate itself, is this the most awkward thing? I'm trying to describe to you how someone cooks something without any pictures or images at all. Anyway, so this plate spins. No, he just walks around it. I don't think it spins. So he takes this and he's moving the food around this plate. And he walks around the whole thing and he's moving moving the food like that. And like 4 minutes later, it's all cooked. It is, Steve and I talk about it once a week. Steve says when we go back to California, as soon as the plane lands, that's where he's going, is Mongolian barbecue. Anyway, there's none here in Florida. There were only a couple, and they closed during COVID. COVID. Okay. And In-N-Out Burger. We miss In-N-Out Burger. I feel like sometimes when I come on here, I feel like I make it sound like we're not happy in Florida. We are happy in Florida. We do love Florida. There are lots of things to love. Yes. Okay. I get it about everybody's driving me nuts about the tomatoes and the strawberries. Okay. Florida has, let me be the first to say, Florida has fantastic strawberries and fantastic tomatoes and oranges. See, that's the other thing. Like seafood in Florida, it's an epic experience. You buy seafood in Florida the way you buy food off the side of the road in California. That it's just literally, people are like, oh, I just caught these stone crabs 10 minutes ago. Here you go. We are not unhappy in Florida. It's just hard when you miss something, and we've had a lot of stuff go on here in Florida. A lot of stuff that we were not anticipating. And some struggles. We have had, our fair share of struggles and things, things about the economy and things about the housing market, all that kind of stuff changed after we got here. And so things have just changed. And it's hard when you think back and you always, everybody always looks at memories or looks at places through, rose-colored glasses. Everybody always remembers all the things that were great and not necessarily the reasons that we had to leave, that we were ready to leave. Okay. Just because you missed something somewhere else doesn't mean you're not happy where you are. See? And the struggles are everywhere. And we live in a beautiful area. We have a beautiful home. We're blessed beyond measure. But there are things that you miss. And it doesn't mean you don't love where you are. Holy cow. You guys are fantastic. And the struggles are everywhere right now. Like everywhere, Steve and I talk about it too. And I'm always reminding him, it's not here. It's people are just in, we're just going through a time right now. I think as a country, we're just going through, I'm not going to get political. We're just going through transitions as a country right now. And the one thing that we know about life and the economy and life, let's just call it, the one thing we know about life is sometimes it's down and sometimes it's up. And when it's down, it always goes back up. And when it's up, you can almost always count on having some sort of a downtime. You guys are fantastic. I just love you guys. And I'm not in a mood today. I'm not sad today. I was just thinking about Mongolian barbecue. No, I'm just kidding. Those Mongolians, man, they get me every time. Well, at least we're going to finish this one stinking butterfly today. And then the bottom didn't work. Anyway, So, yeah. You're so sweet. I love you guys too. We all need to be caring and shine out where we can. You know what? And that really is it. You know, you have to be caring for everybody, and you have to, you know, Steve and I have found so many situations like that. Like even when you think, when you're feeling just sorry enough for yourself, or not just feeling sorry for yourself, but when you're dealing with, you know, your own, you know, stuff. Like that's the moment that somebody walks in front of you and is like, you know, we're hungry or we need gas or we're just, you know, we're sick or we need help or whatever it is. And those are the times when you're reminded of what you have. Okay. I miss Florida, but I'll never leave South Dakota. Alex, my kids and granddaughters are here, right? Like I had an Amish farmer tell me when times are at the worst, the only place to go is up. Amen. Sorry, I didn't mean to make you cry. Thanks a lot, guys. Nobody likes crying on the internet. Oh gosh, that was funny. Yeah, it's true. It really is true. You know, there's always up. Oh my God, this hair today. I gotta get my hair trimmed this week. Don't wear mascara. Sorry, everyone. I know, man. Tell you what. Luckily, I didn't finish the whole makeup look this morning. I got the bare minimums on because I was trying to feed Minnie, and we had breakfast this morning, which we never do. But I made waffles. And I had a cup of coffee. I had 2 cups of coffee this morning. We were just relaxing. Oh, and then I was like, oh my gosh, I gotta go. Yeah. So, okay. So what's on for this week? So tomorrow, see, jeez, you guys are as bad as I am. 10 minutes ago, I said, oh, I should make myself a note about that. And I never even got that ain't gonna work. Just take this. Okay, we'll just take this. All right. I have to cut this little piece of paper. So if some of you are going to freak out, because I'm going to use my Guggenheim scissors, close your eyes real quick. Just close your eyes. Close your eyes. Close your eyes. Close your eyes. It's almost over. Close your eyes. Okay, it's done. It's the tiniest cut. Okay. So tomorrow I want to do the Father's Day thing tomorrow because then people will have time during the week to do it if they want to do it. So tomorrow we're going to do the Father's Day project, which means I have to get the stuff out for that tonight. It's going to be very, very, very not the fabrics. I know. I knew it was going to be Sandra. I knew Sandra was going to be like, no, please, no. I'm sorry. Sorry. Yes, you could come and have a visit here in Florida and we could go do quilt jobs. Someday, Steve said, someday down the road, we're going to have to do like a meetup somewhere. He thinks it would be fun to do like to Missouri Star. Wait, please don't make me start thinking about or planning that. Okay, there was something else I needed to remember to do. A retreat, wouldn't that be cool? Yeah, retreat would be fun. forgot what it was. Y'all would be clutching your pearls if you saw what I cut with my rotary cutter. I bought one time, I'll close with this. I bought one time, oh, Angel, that's too funny. Clutching your pearls. Yeah, no kidding. Every time I do this now, I think of you guys. So you know how sometimes you have to like trim your bangs or clip a little hair here or a little hair there, right? So, and with mine, they never get my hair right. So that's its own story. Anyway, so years ago, I had bought these relatively expensive. They were good. Let's put it that way. They were good, not fantastic, not like I'm going to open a salon, but they were good hair scissors, right? Well, you couldn't cut a thread off your sweater with these things now, because I have cut everything under the sun with these things. Everything under the sun with these. Oh, Kim! She did remember. Wednesday, Ohio Star. Fantastic, Kim. Anyway, these scissors now, I tell you what, they're not worth a nickel. And the little screw doesn't hold them shut anymore, so they're constantly like separating from each other, the two sides of the scissors, so I constantly have to turn that little screw, that little set screw to tighten them back up. Yeah. Clutch your pearls if you must. All right, ladies, I am going to wrap it up from there because we're going to go take a little drive. We're going to get out of Dodge. We're going to get out of the air conditioning in the house and go get in the air conditioning in the car and take a little drive. And then we're going to come back and work in the yard and spread dirt. That's what we do now. We're pretty soon it's going to be up to the windows. I'm going to spread some more compost out and water all the fruit trees. You guys are fantastic. Yes, please I guess you can do the little thumbs up or the little hearts. I don't know. Like, subscribe. Have a great day. Time to go make the donuts. AKA work. Have a fantastic Sunday. Go do something fun. Go outside for a few minutes. Sew when you're sewing for a half hour. I'm going to come in later and open my shutters and sew for a little bit and just enjoy the view. That is after we spread dirt. I will see you guys tomorrow. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And need more thumbs up. Yes, we need more thumbs up. Invite somebody else. Give us a thumbs up. I always forget to tell people to give us a thumbs up. Happy Fun Day Sunday. I love you guys. And remember, only a 1/4 inch seam. Only. And here's the other problem. I don't know where I put my mouse now because it died. Oh, it was over here charging. Okay, let's get this. It's amazing they let me on the internet. Really, it's pretty amazing. Have a fantastic Sunday, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. I love you.